Random wreck. It could be a good time or a terrible time. It really depends on the teammates you have and how you can optimize each teammate. Now, I was cruising Reddit. Point guards are blaming centers, centers are blaming point guards, power forwards are blaming everybody, but who's really to blame for the losses in random wreck? Well, as somebody that used to play Pro-Am really heavy, I still play squad wreck and I'll play random wreck for content. I'm going to say that everybody's to blame, to be real. And in this video, I'm going to break down why you're not winning more games in a random wreck and how you can win more games in a random wreck, starting with you damn point guards. This is a yap video. I have something to get off my chest. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments below. If you have any tips for point guards out there, especially if you play random wreck, drop a comment about it. I'll be doing this for point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers. Everybody is to blame. Let's get into the video.
If you aren't already, don't forget to follow Dman UNT 2014 on Twitter.
Point guards, come to the stand, man. It's time to address the issue at hand. Now, I'm not going to go in too much because playing point guard in random wreck is the most difficult position. You have to adjust to 4 different play styles, and you never even seen these people before. You don't know how they play, what they want to do, how they want to score, how they want to defend. So I think everybody should give the PG a break. But at the same time, PGs, if you want to win more rec games, your first play has to be your best play. We know basketball is a game of runs, but watch this, PGs, watch this. In the comments below, let me know if you can tell whether you're winning or losing the game off the first possession. Look at the comments. Most of the time, that's because a PG comes up and does something crazy off the rip. Your first play needs to let your team know that you're ready to hoop. Simple as that. If not, everybody's checked out. You have an old ass center complaining at you 10 seconds into the game. Small forward standing out of bounds now, all because of the first play. So when you load up into a random rec game as a PG, get a buck or drop a dime. Simple as that. And don't forget, this is random rec. I understand that. I understand you're not going to play perfect with people you have never played with before, people you have never seen on the game before. A lot of people will tell you, oh man, just play basketball. It's way deeper than that. A lot of people are trying to play basketball, but a lot of people are just trying to play 2K. They're just trying to do what works. So what you need to do is turn on that mic and establish what you want, or else it's going to be pure chaos. If you want the center to come up and set a screen, tell him to set a screen. If you want people to space the floor, tell them to space the floor. I'm not gonna lie, playing random rec made me realize it's too many people out here guessing. They don't know what to do. They don't know how they want to play. They don't know how their teammates want to play. And it starts with the PG not wanting to be a PG. And I'm talking leadership wise. The least you can do is get on the mic and tell people what you want as a PG. That's all I would do. Just saying. Because if you don't, now everybody on the court is confused, doing their own thing, and now you're going to check out as a PG. Look, I'm looking out for y'all too. Now you're going to have 14 people setting screens. Now you're going to have 14 people cutting to the paint at the same time, all because you don't want to establish what you want to do. You're guessing how they want to play. They're guessing how you want to play. It's just some bullshit, to be honest. So in random rec, how should PGs run the offense? Everybody thinks they want a pass first point guard. Some people want their PG to score. What should you do? I mean, it's up to you to find that balance. Hey, look, go within the flow of the offense. I don't think y'all understand how many point guards I play within random rec that feel like they have to score or assist every single point of the game. And that's just not the case. Point guard, sometimes it's okay to get the hockey assist. Sometimes it's okay to pass off to the shooting guard, small forward, whoever, and try to let them work out a little bit. Your job as the point guard is to find the mismatch and exploit it. That's all 2K is, finding the mismatch and exploit it. And I'm saying this in this video, but it goes for everybody. Every game will not be your game. Same for the point guards. Every game will not be your game, scoring-wise. Sometimes you might have to let somebody else get off. You won't score, you won't get the assist, but you'll get the bucket, which is ultimately good for the team. Sometimes you will have to get off. If you're hooping, getting buckets, I need you to tune out the rest of the team that's going to complain. I remember I was in the game one time. My PG was going ballistic, bro. I mean, he was the reason we were winning the game. The other people on the team was like, yo, pass the rock a little bit. No, If you hooping, you hoop. Simple as that. I believe in feeding the high hand, and it doesn't matter what position you're at. You feed the high hand, go within the flow of the offense, and don't force anything. You don't want to force the fades, people will check out. You don't want to force the slip, people will check out. And most of the time, I realize the point guards are only forcing when they feel like they have to score or assist every play. Fast breaks are chalked because the point guard wants it on every fast break. Half-court offense is chalked because they can only hit the slip. If they're not hitting the slip, they're trying to do a fade. Let other people cook, find a mismatch, exploit that. You don't have to score or assist on every play. There's nothing wrong with the hockey assist. And look, when you pass that ball off, if you're a PG, don't set no damn screen. You're not doing anything but getting in the way. Don't cut to the basket. Leave that to the other 23 people that's going to cut. Space the floor. Let people work. No lie, I think PGs would be loved more if they understood wanting to score versus needing to score. Once again, you get on Reddit, you see people that only want PGs that pass. You see people that only want PGs that score. But to me, a PG that understands the balance is the perfect PG. Whatever you do, don't just run around and fade threes the entire game like a dickhead. That just doesn't make sense. Just understand the difference between wanting and needing to score. When it comes to wanting to score, it takes me back to this one game where we were winning. We were up 20, 30 points. PG was going ballistic, but you can tell he wasn't going to pass the ball. You can tell he wasn't going to make the read. Why? Because he wanted to score the ball. And we got the dub. It's cool, but everybody on the court is having a miserable time. All because you want to score. And just a little side note, I would take that PG in a winning game versus an ass PG in a losing game that wants to score, by the way. But sometimes I have a PG that understands when they need to score. And those are PGs I really rock with. First of all, a PG that understands he needs to score is a PG that understands that he can force a rotation. Once the defense is looking at that PG, that's when they start dishing it off and get an assist. That's the difference between a low-tier PG and a high-tier PG. He needed to score to force those rotations. Now he doesn't need to score anymore. Now he can get everybody else involved. My favorite PGs, bro. If you play like that, hey, God bless you. Because that's a PG that understands that, yo, we're in this game together for 30 minutes, bro. 30 minutes we'll never get back. And you might as well make everybody have a good time, especially when we're winning. You know, I've been in games where I would be hooping, right? I'm talking about we're up by 20, 25. I have 20 points in the second quarter. I'll finish the game with 23 points. And at first, I'm like, yo, bro, like I could have had 40, 50. But then I realized it's random rec. We're winning. We're up. And everybody else wants to play too. And so that's why the PG kind of did that. You know, he got his shots. I got my shots. Now he gets everybody else involved. And that's just me killing my ego. I think that's where it starts. It starts with people killing their own ego. So PGs, look, don't put your teammates in a hole because you feel like you need to score or you just want to score. I've been put in a hole by PGs that feel like they just have to fade every game because 2K26 is an easy game to shoot on. Terrible time. Well, a PG that understands when they need to score and when they want to score, great time. And once again, this is for the people that are actually trying to get better and for the PGs that are really trying to play 2K26 and don't understand why they may be losing games. This isn't for just the dickheads that run around trolling on purpose. Because sometimes you get those PGs, and in that situation, you're not winning games with them. You might as well just quit, load up another game. So look, everything on this video has been offensive related and mental related. But PGs, I need you to play defense, man. There's no reason why you shouldn't have defense on your build in NBA 2K26. Well, I know the defense is kind of bad on this game, but you should at least have some perimeter, bro. At least some perimeter. I need you to move them thumbs, get some bump, and stop letting these people walk to the paint. I mean, just walk to the paint. And then the PGs have the nerve to get mad at the center for letting their man score in the paint. Like the center can't rotate all the time, especially in random rec. They have 7'4" centers out here, slow as hell, not doing a damn thing. PGs, play defense. And if we do force a bad shot, don't just leak out blindly, man. You leaking out before we even have the rebound. You don't know if we have it or not. I promise you, you have time to make sure we have the rebound and leak out. Now you down court, your man wide open, and now you start flopping. PGs, we got to start acting our age. That's the problem. We have to start acting our age. Everybody on the court does. But look, I'm not trying to make a video blaming PGs because I feel like we have to give the PGs a break. You have to remember, it's random rec. We don't know how the PG play. The PG don't know how we play. There are some PGs actually trying out there, and they mess up, and all of a sudden, mics cut on. Once again, it's always the center, old as hell. The center always has something to say, and now the PG is checked. Bro, give the PGs a break and understand that they're trying. Understand that saying corner, me isn't a call out. Call your icon and help the PGs out. That is the least we can do. I feel like PGs will play way better if they weren't rattled 1 second into the game. I'm talking about the ref throws the ball up and you have a power forward saying, oh yeah, I can run point if you need to. Shut up. Let us hoop a little bit, see what it's looking like. In random rec, PGs, you have to make it easier for your teammates. Don't play like a dickhead. Try to actually understand their play style and get on the mic. But the rest of the team, we need to make it easier for the PGs too. And if you do that, you'll win more games as a PG and with more PGs. Just saying. Once again, this is just for the people that's actually trying to play some 2K. They're actually trying to win in random rec, trying to get some fives in, get some shots up. I understand some people are just beyond help, man. Mentally, age-wise, they just don't care. But if you do, this is what you need to do, bro. So I'm doing this for shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, center. If you want to voice your frustrations or have any advice for random rec point guards, let me know in the comments below. You all be easy and take care. Peace.